US Democratic candidates are set to face off in a few hours in the last debate before the important Iowa caucuses. Joining me now live to discuss from Des Moines, Iowa, is CNN reporter Camila Bernal. Camila, thank you so much for your time this morning. Firstly, what can we expect from the debate?
Hey, so we can expect definitely a lot of emotion, a lot of clashes between some of the candidates. We can expect some of those breakout moments and also some of those mistakes. We're going to be looking out for what these candidates do, because this is really the last opportunity that they have to make their case to the American people as to why they should be their next president. So it is going to be sort of closing arguments here in Iowa, and that's because a lot of the voters here in Iowa are still sort of undecided. They still haven't made that final choice. And that's why it makes Iowa so important. The top four candidates here at the debate stage tonight, all within 20 to 15% in terms of the polls, and all within the margin of error. So all these four candidates are really going to have to battle out the vote that they want to get from Iowans. And then we have two, Senator Amy Klobuchar, and Tom Steyer, the businessman, who are also going to want to break out. So we're trying to see a lot of that attention getting from those candidates, trying to get that viral moment and really trying to make their case right before the Iowa caucus. We are 20 days away, so it is really crunch time for them here, as Iowa is really a good predictor of who the Democratic nominee will be. It is almost a perfect record here in Iowa, and so this is a defining moment for a lot of these candidates.
And what are likely to be some of the key issues debated, particularly given the last events of the last week? We've seen situation with Iran. Is foreign policy likely to dominate?
I think so, and this is an issue that has not come up a lot during the 2019 debates, and so this will be sort of the time when foreign policy takes center stage. What to do about Iran, how to deal with that relationship, and how to really get them to stop their nuclear ambitions. Then Iraq, I think, will also be part of that foreign policy discussion because of the killing of Soleimani taking place in Iraq, and because they're an ally. So it really will depend on how these candidates see the vision of the foreign policy, how they want to interact with these countries, and what they're really trying to offer to Americans in terms of security moving forward with these countries.
Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, their feud appeared to escalate this week over reports. Sanders told Warren that a woman couldn't win the presidency in 2020. How do you think that the candidates might address this dispute today?
Well, look, it might come up. These two are friends. They've been friends for a very long time, but they are fighting for those same voters. They're fighting for that progressive base. So, of course, this is something that we're going to look for in the debate, the clash between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. We got a statement from Senator Warren, who said that this is exactly what Bernie Sanders said, that he initially told her that a woman could not be president, or he didn't believe a woman would be president. Bernie Sanders coming out and saying that that was not the case, that it was ludicrous to even think that he would say that to Elizabeth Warren. So, of course, his word against her word, but it will likely come up in terms of electability. Who is that person that is seen as an electable person in the United States to fight against Donald Trump? So even if it doesn't come up directly in terms of Bernie Sanders versus Elizabeth Warren, we will see electability come up, because this has been the biggest issue here in the 2020 debate stage. Who can be electable and who can beat Donald Trump in 2020?